Clearly, South Africans are increasingly becoming disgruntled with the persistent water cuts and water challenges, just in general. So you would have seen in Midrand earlier this week, residents in that area posting their experiences and frustrations online, giving multiple scenarios of how they were affected. Let's bring in one of the residents in that area, Kedigetse Khoza, who's a resident in that area. And I do not want a please to the viewers at home. It shouldn't be as if we're speaking to someone in Midrand. The reason why we opened the calls was to extend a voice to everyone around the country. This is not just news because it's happening in the suburb of Midrand. I just need to be clear there. Ma'am, very good morning to you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. We saw you protesting during the course of the week. Do you have water? Let's start there. Do you have water as we speak?
Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity. No, we do not have water currently in Midrand. We've been experiencing water shortages in our area for the past 2 weeks, 2 weeks and a half, and it has been extremely frustrating and disruptive to our daily lives. I mean, water is not a luxury. It's a basic human necessity, as you've touched on that, our Constitution, gives us the right to dignity without reliable access to water. I mean, families cannot cook. We cannot maintain hygiene. Our dignity is stripped off, basically. What makes the situation even more concerning is that, access to water it's a constitutional right? As residents, we are entitled to have basic services. It's really, we are disgruntled, and we understand that there are challenges that can arise, but what we are asking for is transparency and urgency and sustainable solutions, most importantly. I mean, two things for me, hygiene, it's very important, right? Another important factor is that, we've got the Minister of Water and Sanitation. People are mute. Where are the councillors? We haven't heard anything. The only communication that we're receiving is that they're working on this issue. Until how long are they going to be working on this issue? I mean, one of the minister's focus areas is to ensure that we've got basic, water infrastructure and sanitation. But that is not the case. I mean, it's really unfair. And as I said, we've been stripped of our dignity. So, communication needs to be clear. We need resolution on what is happening.
So have there been any water tankers
that's my point.
Yeah. Are there any water tankers that have been brought into that area?
Yeah, so there are water tankers. Yes, sorry, there are water tankers in parts of Midrand. So where I'm staying, in our estate, we've got boreholes, fortunately. That's what I've seen around, and there's, it's not looking good, actually, out there.
In fact,
the water supply has been inconsistent and available. I mean, last night the water came back. When you wake up, there's no water. So, it's just, it impacts our quality of life. Basically.
Yeah, and speaking about the quality of life, I mean, just run us through, for those who might not have seen during the course of the week, what it's actually been like, because, I mean, you've got children that need to go to school. I think just to make those sandwiches for scuffed in, if I can, you got to wash your hands. Simple, basic things need your hands to be clean. To flush the toilet, you need water. You need to bath in order to go to work. In fact, here at the SABC, there was a circular put out about those who, are able to work from home because, unfortunately, I have to be here because my job is in front of this screen. So I did not experience the water challenge, but I can only imagine my colleagues that did. It's, what do you call it, guys? It's just whap here. You just wipe.
Just to also, to top on that, I mean, I've got kids, right? And you've got schools here, you've got clinics. I mean, you've got businesses. People have lost income because of, the inconsistent and availability of water here. So you find that now children are requested not to come to school for 2 days. I mean, we pay school fees, really. We pay school fees. You would want your child to go to school every day, and unless there is, a particular reason for them not to go to school. For 2 days, kids are not going to school. they are missing out on education. I mean, that is also a right, again, if you go back to the Constitution, right? So,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's just, we are disgruntled, and yeah, it's not a really good-looking situation. It's dire.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use all the kind of words,
Yeah. Any
out there.
circular, I mean, it's the weekend. Obviously, you're needing water more. You can't just ship your child off to school in an area where there could possibly be water. So everyone is at home. It's the weekend. Any circular from anyone talking about when you will have water?
No, it's mum. There's no communication. There's no communication. I mean, the communication that comes in, it's just basic, and I think it's a copy and paste of every day that we're working on this to resolve the water situation. I'm not even reading those circulars, honestly. I'm not opening up those emails because it's not helping. It's not helping. We need water.
Thank you so much indeed. I really do appreciate it. Just one of the residents, from Midrand, Kedigetse Khoza, just talking to us about what we've seen this past week. And I mean, the number of colleagues that we've spoken to, a number of community members from different parts of the country, in fact, talking about the same challenge that they're experiencing. And of course, those in rural areas that have been affected since 1994, they've never had water, just simply never had water. The local councillors in those areas are mute. Those who've been elected to represent these community members in those areas are mute. Nothing is being said.